Big O Tires of Evanston, Wyoming presents the Utah High School Activities Association 1A Girls Basketball State Championship Tournament at the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield, Utah, and online at kadqradio.com, at live.ksl.com, and at watchit.deseretnews.com. Today's games are also brought to you by Cook Brothers Broadcasting and Deseret Digital Media. We hope you enjoy this presentation of Utah High School Girls Basketball.
We welcome you back to the Sevier Center, the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield, Utah, as we continue our coverage of the 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Tournament. We invite you to watch online at kadqradio.com, live.ksl.com, and watchit.deseretnews.com. And we welcome you, as we mentioned, we're back at the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield, Utah. Coming up is going to be Whitehorse versus Wendover. The Whitehorse Lady Raiders and the Wendover Lady Wildcats. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout, and come back with starting lineups and the opening tap. This is the Big O Tire of Evanston, Wyoming presentation of the Utah 1A Girls State Basketball Tournament.
Think about your vehicle. Each time you drive it, you get in, buckle your seatbelt, and push the gas pedal. Does the steering feel loose? Does your front end rattle? If the answer is yes, stop in at Big O Tires of Evanston today and let the team you trust check your front end. It's a simple step to keep you safe when operating your vehicle. Stop in today. Big O Tires, the team you trust. 607 Cheyenne Drive, Evanston.
What makes us stand out from our competition? Knowledge. Certified technicians with the proper state-of-the-art diagnostic and repair equipment. Quality. Genuine AC Delco and quality GM parts. And what makes us stand out from our competition is you, our customers. Intelligent people who know a good deal and quality work when they see it.
We're Castle Rock.
Outstanding.
We welcome you back to the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield, Utah, as the starting lineups are being introduced out there on the floor for the Wendover Lady Wildcats. And we'll try to catch up and tell you who's going. Stephanie Badillo, Vanessa Cuevas, Aurora Rodriguez and company out there for Wendover. Jessica Cuevas, another starter. Now here come the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Here's a senior, number 1, Filfred. Here's the next starter, a junior, Mitchell Dickinson, Filfred, Yellow Man, and Filfred. So Filfred, Dickinson, Mitchell for the Lady Whitehorse Raiders. Wendover ready to go out on the floor, and here we go with another basketball game. This is the 4th one on the afternoon. Still to come. Rich will come out on the floor on the championship side of the bracket. They beat Wendover yesterday, 51-20. Now the opening tap controlled by the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Cuevas comes down the floor, left side, outside, and works to Badillo. Badillo turns it over just like that in the first 8 seconds of the ball game. And here come the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Up the floor for the Lady Raiders is going to be Christy Dickinson. Dickinson, top of the key for the Lady Raiders. She'll jump a long range 3. Good. Nope, they only gave her 2. She was just inside the line, just inside the orange line of the college. So that's 2 points for high school kids. Lady Raiders take the lead. Christy Dickinson hits that first bucket. And Wendover turns it over again. Wendover got beat by Rich yesterday. Here comes Dickinson. Dickinson across the timeline, works top of the key. Jumps another long-range shot. Good for 3 this time around. She's got 5. 5-0 lead for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Here come the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. They'll work up the floor with Aurora Rodriguez. Shot from the outside. Not going to go. But the Lady Wildcats retain possession. Shot up. Good for Stephanie Badillo. Badillo picks up 2. Now down at the other end. Badillo again misses the shot. Now the Lady Raiders get the basketball back. We're just underway. First quarter, 5-2 for the Lady Raiders. Dickinson brings it up the floor. It's going to go outside and around the horn and back up to Dickinson. Dickinson on the dribble over in the corner to Filfred. Shot up and good. Filfred with the bucket and a 7-2 lead for the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. Left side outside. Badillo. There's a shot up on the way. Not going to go out there for the Lady Wildcats. Delgadillo can't get that shot to go down. And down at the other end, neither can the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. A whistle and a foul. And Whitehorse is going to get some free throws. Picking up the personal foul is going to be Vanessa Cuevas. Filfred with the shot. Up and good. She'll hit the first. See if she can hit the second. 8-2 now for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Oh, in and out, not going to go for Filford, and it's going to go out of bounds. And right back to the Wendover Lady Wildcats. 5:53 to go, first quarter, 8-2 for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Lady Wildcats in with the basketball. It's going to go down the floor, handling the basketball. Cuevas, Vanessa Cuevas to Badillo. Left to right on the dribble, back up top and to Aurora Rodriguez. Rodriguez works top of the key, swings it right side outside, and the ball's going to go out of, well, I thought it was going to go out of play. It looked pretty close to being out there. It's going to be a whistle and a foul called when things got in transition. The Lady Raiders will have the basketball. They'll work with Christy Dickinson. Dickinson with the basketball after she triggered it in. Filfred shot up and good. Filfred gets 2. She's got 5, and it's a 10-2 lead for the Lady Raiders. Here come the Lady Wildcats. It's going to go rolling out of bounds. We'll see who gets the basketball. It's going to be Lady Wildcat basketball over there to trigger it in for the Lady Wildcats. Vanessa Cuevas. Cuevas shot is going to be way off there. That's Aurora Rodriguez with that shot. There's a pass. And then Lady Raiders can't get it to go down. And the Lady, that should have been a double dribble, and finally is called on it. So back-to-back turnovers, 10-2 the lead for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders with 4:55 to go. First quarter rather, excuse me. Must be wanting to get out of here or something. Dickinson puts one up, not going to go. A whistle and a foul as he drove at the top of the key. And Dickinson will be going to the free throw line. She's got 5 of the 10. The other 5 scored by Rodolphia Filford. Christy Dickinson at the free throw line. Shot up on the way and good for Dickinson. Dickinson will have a second free throw. Shot up on the way and good for Christy Dickinson. She goes 2 for 2 for the Lady Raiders at the free throw line. Here come the Lady Wildcats. They're working right to left, up top to Badil. She works top of the key for the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Maldonado down low. Delgadillo loses the basketball, and Dickinson comes up with it. Dickinson on the far side puts it up. It's not going to go. And the rebound comes down right back to the Lady Wildcats, but it's going to go down low to the Lady Raiders. Shut up is going to be Christy Dickinson. And there's going to be a timeout called. 4:13 to go. First quarter, a 14-2 lead for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. This is the Big O Tire of Evanston, Wyoming presentation of the Utah 1A Girls State Basketball Tournament.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Wendover High School Lady Wildcat Boosters.
Our Place Truck Stop, providing quality Shell brand products. Stop in and fill your vehicle. 80 East Wendover Boulevard, Wendover, Utah.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles. And now you can save big on the 2013s that are left on the lot at Cowboy Motor Company. Save over $9,000 on a Ram 2500 SLT Crew Cummins diesel. Save over $5,500 on a Durango RT and over $9,000 on a Chrysler 300C John Barbados. Restrictions apply. Cowboy Motor Company has millions of dollars in financing for all types of credit. They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles at Cowboy Motor Company in Evanston.
4:13 to play, first quarter, 14-2 for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Here come the Lady Wildcats, and the Raiders take it away. Shot up on the way, good for Yellowman. Thomasina Yellowman with the last points, and it's going to go out of bounds. And right back to the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. 16-2 the lead for the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse in the first quarter with 3:54 to go. So we're basically halfway through the first quarter and a 14-point lead for the Lady Raiders. Padillo with the basketball. Do they call a foul or call a jump ball? It's going to be a foul. It's going to be on Filford. Filford with the foul, her first. And the Lady Wildcats get the basketball back. Padillo, top of the key. Works the dribble. Shoots it way down low. Now to Jessica Cuevas. Cross court to Padillo. Down low, taken away. A rebound's going to come down and taken away now by the Lady Wildcats. Shot up and good. Padillo picks up a point or two. And we'll give her 2 on that effort. She's got 4 points, all 4 of the points for the Lady Wildcats. There's a shot down at the other end for the Lady Raiders, taken out there by Rachel Filfred. And up the floor come the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Maria Maldonado works to Badillo. Shot up for Cuevas, up and good for a couple. Jessica Cuevas for 2. Now 16-6, the lead 10 for the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. Dickinson down low. Uh-oh. Shot up on the way and good. Let's see, Filfred with the deuce. 18-6. We'll try to keep it all together here. And here comes the quick break. Yellowman shot up. No, it's not Yellowman. Filfred again. Filfred with another 2. She's got 2 quick field goals. 20-6 now for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. There's one outside, not going to go for Vanessa Cuevas. Shot up and good, though, for Delgadillo. Picks up the deuce for the Lady Wildcats. Delgadillo hits her first 2. There's one from the outside, not going to go for Dickinson. Next one's not going to go. Delgadillo with the rebound for the Lady Wildcats, and they'll come up the floor right to left. Now Maldonado will come across the timeline. Downloaded Delgadillo, and it's taken away by the Lady Raiders. Dickinson brings it up the floor. Dickinson, top of the key. I'll shoot it down inside. That one's not going to go, and a whistle on the foul is going to be called. As Yellow Man drives the lane, she'll be getting free throws. Oh, it's not Yellow Man, excuse me. It's Filfred. Filfred will shoot for the Lady Raiders with 1:19 to go first quarter. Filfred shot up good. She's 2 of 3 for the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. Second one up on the way, not good for Filfred. And the Lady Wildcats right back down the floor. Shot up good. Baldillo picks up the 2. She's got 6 of the 10. 21-10 now the lead for the Lady Raiders. Dickinson down low. Oh, she missed. Now it's coming back to the Lady Wildcats. Cuevos up the floor for the Wendover Lady Wildcats. And right back up top, it's going to go to Badillo. Shut up by Cuevos. Good for 2 just inside the line. Jessica Cuevos. She's got 4. 21-12 now, and taken away by the Lady Wildcats, going coast to coast. Misses the shot. Cuevos with the rebound, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called. Down on the end line, the Lady Wildcats will be getting free throws. 22 seconds to go. 21-12 for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Shot up, not going to go for Jessica Cuevas. Second one up and good. She goes 1 of 2. She's got 5. 21-13 the lead for the Lady Raiders, and they lose it out of bounds, and it's going to go right back to the Lady Raiders.
Keep going down the list. Okay. So I'm not sure where it fits here.
On the inbounds play, Lady Raiders. Shot up, good. Filfred with the bucket. If she doesn't stop scoring, I won't have room to get her totals at the end of the quarter. 23-13, the lead 10 for the Lady Raiders. And that's going to wrap it up on the missed shot for the Lady Wildcats. A 23-13 lead for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders over the Wendover Lady Wildcats as we wrap up the first quarter. This is a Big O Tires of Evanston, Wyoming presentation of the Utah 1A Girls State Basketball Tournament.
Once upon a time, there was a family of frogs. They enjoyed surfing the internet. They found it absolutely riveting. So when their computer croaked, they were hopping mad. They swam down to see Wayne at PC Innovations in Evanston, across from Big O Tire in Frontier Square. Wayne was able to get all of the bugs out of their computer, which they promptly ate. And then our frogs jumped for joy. When you have computer problems, see Wayne at PC Innovations for your very own happy ending. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Whitehorse High School Lady Raider boosters.
Montezuma Well Service. For all vacuum, winch trucks, and roustabout services, call the team at Montezuma Well Services.
The Whitehorse High School staff, helping our students strive for excellence in all they do. Whitehorse High School.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
That one's up and good. I believe that's Yellow Man. 25-13 now for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Here come the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Cuevas to Badillo. Badillo works down low. Delgadillo shot up and in for the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Delgadillo picks up a deuce. She's got 4. 25-15. The lead. There's a three-pointer taken and missed. But the Lady Wildcats get the rebound. Shot up and good for the Lady Wildcats. It's going to be Yvette Whitehorse with 2. Badillo right down the floor, top of the key. Swings it to Cuevas outside. Shot not going to go, and the rebound's going to come down to the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. Whitehorse left side outside, works the bounce pass. Go in the middle of the floor, not going to go. Delgadillo with the rebound. Here come the Lady Wildcats. Badillo will bring it up the floor. Top of the court. Key now for the Lady Wildcats. Delgadillo holding the ball high. Back up top to Badillo. Cross court to Cuevas. Cuevas now works back over for the Lady Wildcats. And they're still trying to work on it. There's Delgadillo down low and a whistle and a foul as they've got plenty of opportunities, but unable to get a shot to go down. Delgadillo going to the free throw line. 27-15. Filfred with the personal foul, her first. Rochelle Filford. Shot up, not going to go. So Delgadillo can't hit the free throw. She's 0 for 1 now. Delgadillo right back to the free throw line for the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Shot up on the way and good. She goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Has 5 now, 27-16. The Lady Raiders leading it by 11. Dixon. There's a big 3 taken out there. No good. And the Lady Wildcats running right back up the floor. Handling the basketball, Maria Maldonado. Maldonado top of the key to Delgadillo, to Maldonado, to Cuevas. Shot not going to go, and it's going to go out of bounds and right back to the Lady Wildcats. No, it's going to go right back to the Lady Raiders, excuse me. Raiders going right back to work. Whitehorse up across the timeline with Dixon. Dixon works the dribble. There's around the corner, shot up, not going to go for Filfred. But the Lady Raiders rearm. She tries it again, up and in for Filford. She has 14 of the 29 now for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Here come the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Over to Maldonado, to Cuevas. Right back to Badillo. Badillo with the basketball in the midcourt area. Right side outside now. They work over to Maldonado. Jasmine Maldonado hits one for the Lady Wildcats. 29-18 now for the Lady Raiders and out of bounds, and it's going to go right back to the Lady Wildcats. Coming into the lineup for the Raiders, Wildcats will bring it the length of the floor, right to left, as we watch online at KADQradio.com, live.ksl.com, and watch it at DeseretNews.com. Jessica Cuevas with the inbounds pass into Badillo. She'll bring it up the floor. Works with it now, goes over in the corner to Maldonado. They'll swing it around. Back up top for the Lady Wildcats. There's a big 3 taken, not going to go, and the rebound comes down. Maldonado puts one into Delgadillo, and it's going to go out of bounds. And who's it going to go to? It's going to go right back to the Lady Wildcats. 4:15 to go, second quarter, 29-18 for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Raiders take it away. Dixon Brings it up the floor. The bounce pass. Shot up on the way. Not going to go. Great effort, though, for the Lady Raiders. But it's going right back to the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Padillo comes up across the timeline for the Lady Wildcats. Padillo swings it down. Taken away now by the Lady Raiders. Dixon not going to go. It's going to go in the air, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul, and all the traffic down along the baseline. Maldonado picks up her first personal foul. That's Jasmine Maldonado picking up that foul. Filfred with the shot up, not going to go. Filfred with 14. Let's see if she can hit the second free throw for the Lady Raiders. Filfred eyes the basket, puts it up and in. She goes 1 of 2 that trip to the free throw line. 30-18 for the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. Now they work to Delgadillo. Now to Cuevas. She'll back it out. Work to Badillo. Shot up, not going to go, and chased out of bounds, and it's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to give it right back to the Lady Raiders. 3:25 to go, second quarter, 30-18 the lead for the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. Dixon comes back up the floor and shoots one. It's not going to go. The rebound comes down to Jessica Cuevas. Cuevas will go to Maldonado, over to Badillo. Badillo comes up the floor now for the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Works top of the key now. Passes it down the middle, and it's going to go out of bounds and right back to the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. 3:02 to go, 30-18. And now the Lady Raiders come down the floor with the 30-18 lead. Bounce pass works to Filford. Shot up and good. Now the Lady Wildcats come the other way. Wendover Lady Wildcats. Cuevas to Maldonado. Maldonado along the baseline puts the shot up and a whistle on the foul. And Jasmine Maldonado will be going to the free throw line for the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Maldonado going to the free throw line. Mitchell with the foul. Shot up and good for Jasmine Maldonado. She's got 3, and she's 1 for 1 at the free throw line for the Lady Wildcats. 32-19 the lead for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Wildcats at the free throw line with Jasmine Maldonado. She goes 1 of 2, misses the second one. She has 3. It's going to go out of bounds and right back to the Lady Wildcats. 2:31 to go, second quarter, 32-19 the lead for the Lady Raiders. Shoot it inside. It's going to ricochet off Cuevas, and it's going to go right back to the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. Dixon up across the timeline for the Lady Raiders. She'll swing it over there in the corner to Whitehorse, and they lose the basketball out of bounds on the ill-fated pass, and it's going to go right back to the Wildcats of Wendover. Jessica Cuevas brings it up across the timeline for the Lady Wildcats. Cuevas works right side near the baseline. Cuevas back up top to Maldonado. Over to Cuevas. Cuevas right over to Rodriguez. Back to Cuevas. To Maldonado. Back now to Rodriguez. Shot not going to go. And the other one's going to go out of bounds now. Let's see who they're going to give the ball back to. It's going to be a whistle and a foul. Out to the Lady Raiders. There's a shot that's not going to go. Dickinson pulls it down. Here come the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. Shot up on the way and good for a hustling Yvette Whitehorse. She gets the deuce. Whitehorse with 4 after hitting that shot. That one's going to go up over the top of the standard. Oh boy, the ball didn't want to cooperate there, did it? Here come the Lady Raiders. Up the floor they come with Dixon, excuse me. Whitehorse launches a big one. It's not going to go. The rebound ricochets around and is finally going to come down to Rodriguez of the Lady Wildcats, and they'll bring it up the floor right to left. Rodriguez crosses the timeline with 59 seconds to go. First half, 34-19 the lead for the Lady Raiders. Shot up for Maldonado, not going to go, and the rebound's going to come down, and going to be a whistle and a foul. Tripped up down there for the Lady Raiders. It's Benali, Alaya Benali. Or Alea's having trouble with names here. Just making them up. Back out now to Cuevas to Rodriguez. Rodriguez now out to Maldonado. Over to Maldonado along the baseline. Maldonado to Jamie Maldonado. Jamie Maldonado draws the personal foul. And over to trigger it in is going to be Maria Maldonado. 39 seconds to go. 34-19 for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders, rather. There's Rodriguez putting up a shot for the Lady Wildcats. It's up and good. Aurora Rodriguez with her first 2 points of the ball game. 34-21. Oh boy, the Raiders have it knocked away, picked up by Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes to Jasmine Maldonado, now to Cuevas. Jessica Cuevas over to Maria Maldonado. Back to Jessica Cuevas. Cuevas shot not going to go. Delgadillo shot not going to go. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and they're giving it right back. I think he indicated Lady Raider basketball. Oh, it's going to go right back to the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Maldonado on the inbounds play. Swings it around to Cuevas. Now to Rodriguez. To Jasmine Maldonado. And that's going to wrap up 2 quarters of play. We're at halftime. A 34-21 lead for the Wendover Lady Wildcats. You can watch all this action from the 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Tournament on KADQradio.com, live.ksl.com, watchit.deseretnews.com from the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield, Utah.
Throughout our lives, there are times we may need skilled rehabilitation and nursing care or home health and hospice care. Rocky Mountain Care has been providing these services since 1990. Our skilled staff and specialized programs will meet your loved one's needs. Our staff is dedicated to a high-quality outcome for each of our patients and residents. When you or someone you love needs these professional services, think of Rocky Mountain Care. Simply the best care. www.rmcare.com. KADQradio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, and sports. But that's not all. KADQradio.com features thousands of photographs of Utah and Wyoming high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events and activities and much more. Pictures from this tournament will be available for free download within a day or two from now, and we'll have photographs from other Utah and Wyoming state tournaments and championship events as they happen. Check it out today and see what KADQradio.com has for you.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Wendover High School Lady Wildcat Boosters.
Our Place Truck Stop, providing quality Shell brand products. Stop in and fill your vehicle. 80 East Wendover Boulevard, Wendover, Utah.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Whitehorse High School Lady Raider boosters.
Montezuma Well Service. For all vacuum, winch trucks, and roustabout services, call the team at Montezuma Well Services.
The Whitehorse High School staff, helping our students strive for excellence in all they do. Whitehorse High School.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
At halftime, a 34-21 lead for the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Great to have you along. Quickly looking at the scoring. First off, for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders, unofficially, let's see, Thomasina Yellowman with 4. Philadelphia Filfred with 17 to lead the way. Christy Dixon with 9. And Yvette Whitehorse has 4 for the Raiders, total of 34. Asmund Maldonado with 3 for the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Stephanie Badillo with 6. Let's see, Lilia Delgadillo with 5. Aurora Rodriguez has 2. And Jessica Cuevas has 5 for their total of 21. 34-21 at the half for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Winner of this game will stay and play another day. The loser will go home. Great to have you along. We're at the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield, Utah, with the 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Tournament. We invite you to watch it online, live at kadqradio.com, live.ksl.com, and watchit.deseretnews.com.
For over 100 years, Union Telephone has been providing phone service to small communities, places the big guys simply ignored. We were helping our neighbors stay connected to the rest of the country. Times have changed and technology has evolved. Union has been there the entire way. Today, we still keep people connected in more ways and places than ever before. Union Wireless, treating you like a neighbor, not a number.
At Wyoming Dental Specialties, we specialize in orthodontics, endodontics, and oral surgery. Our endodontist is simply a tooth doctor. He performs procedures like root canals. Our orthodontist will straighten your teeth using products like braces and Invisalign. Our oral surgeons deliver specialized treatment, such as dental implants and tooth extractions. So save your time and money, stay local, and come to Wyoming Dental Specialties.
When we shake your hand, you know it's solid. When we make a deal, you know it's solid. Solid like a rock. We are Chevrolet. We're Castle Rock.
Like us on Facebook, CastleRockChevy.com. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Wendover High School Lady Wildcat boosters.
Our Place Truck Stop, providing quality Shell brand products. Stop in and fill your vehicle. 80 East Wendover Boulevard, Wendover, Utah.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
We welcome you back. A 34-21 lead for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders over the Wendover Lady Wildcats this afternoon as we continue our coverage from the Utah 1A Girls State Basketball Tournament. For the Wendover Lady Wildcats, they wrapped up their regular season at 14-5. They qualified second in Region 18 with an 8-2 record. Playoff opener versus Green River. They played on Wednesday. Then the most important region victory for the Lady Wildcats, 36-34 over Tinnick. Top contributors include Aurora Rodriguez, the junior guard at 9.1 points per game. Jessica Cuevas, the junior forward center, 8.8 points per game. Stephanie Badillo, a senior guard, at 8.6 points per game. Lydia Delgadillo, sophomore forward center, 7.5 points per game. Jasmine Maldonado averages about 3.5 points per game. Their last state championship, well, they haven't won one yet, so they'll continue to work on doing that in upcoming years. Well, let's step aside, take another timeout, and then we'll come back, have the third quarter and much more action. 34-21 for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. This is the Big O Tires of Evanston, Wyoming presentation of the Utah 1A Girls State Basketball Tournament from the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield, Utah.
Mom's onboard electronic stability control system was giving us some woes. I don't even know what that means. But he does.
You guys are all fixed and ready to go.
Expert care for your car, so you can trust in more than just your tires.
We've got the selection you need and the friendly service you deserve. Come see us today. Big O Tires, Evanston, Wyoming.
Big O Tires, the team you trust.
They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles. And now you can save big on the 2013s that are left on the lot at Cowboy Motor Company. Save over $9,000 on a Ram 2500 SLT Crew Cummins diesel. Save over $5,500 on a Durango RT and over $9,000 on a Chrysler 300C John Barbados. Restrictions apply. Cowboy Motor Company has millions of dollars in financing for all types of credit. They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles at Cowboy Motor Company in Evanston.
Once upon a time, there was a family of frogs. They enjoyed surfing the internet. They found it absolutely riveting. So when their computer croaked, they were hopping mad. They swam down to see Wayne at PC Innovations in Evanston, across from Big O Tire in Frontier Square. Wayne was able to get all of the bugs out of their computer, which they promptly ate. And then our frogs jumped for joy. When you have computer problems, see Wayne at PC Innovations for your very own happy ending. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Whitehorse High School Lady Raider boosters.
Montezuma Well Service. For all vacuum, winch trucks, and roustabout services, call the team at Montezuma Well Services.
The Whitehorse High School staff, helping our students strive for excellence in all they do. Whitehorse High School.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Here we go. There's a shot. Good as we get the third quarter underway. Rodriguez lays one in for the Lady Wildcats. Dixon now top the key. Dixon right to left on the dribble. Dixon on the dribble drive. Outside is going to go to Filfred. Now they work it inside to Rachel Filfred. And a whistle on a foul is going to be called on the Lady Wildcats. Filfred gets up limping just a little bit. Looks like some kind of a hip problem. Michelle Filfred on the free throw line. Shot up, not gonna go. Michelle Filfred at the free throw line. She's 0 for 1 now. She has one more. Second one up on the way, not gonna go. It's gonna go out of bounds, and here come the Lady Raiders. Who's gonna want the basketball more? The Lady Raiders get it. Shot up, not gonna go. And the rebound is going to go out of bounds, and they're giving it right back to the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Just underway, third quarter, 7:04 to play, 34-23 the score for the Lady Raiders. Lady Raiders going right back to work. Yellow man over to Dixon. Dixon shot good for 2. Dixon gets 2. She's got 11. Padillo now to Rodriguez, to Cuevas, to Rodriguez. Rodriguez Down low to Delgadillo. Shot not going to go. In the battle for the basketball, they call it jump ball, and it's going to go for the Lady Wildcats. No, the Lady Raiders get it back. Excuse me. Dixon on the end line. She'll trigger it in. Dixon will bring it off the floor after Yellowman passes it right back to her. Dixon gets busy. Top of the key for the Lady Raiders. Raiders with the basketball. Dixon terminates. Shoots it out top to Yellowman. Now cross court it's going to go. Shot up on the way and good for Filfred. Filfred gets 2 more. She's got 19 of the 38 points for the Lady Raiders. Rodriguez shot up on the way, good, just for 2 for Aurora Rodriguez of the Lady Wildcats. Rodriguez with 6, 38-25 the lead for the Raiders. It's going to go out of bounds, and they're giving it right back to the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Rodriguez will bring it up the floor. Rodriguez walks up across the timeline. Rodriguez on the dribble, top of the key, left side, outside to Badillo. Badillo double dribbles and travels with it. I think it was a traveling violation. It's going to go right back to the Lady Raiders. Thomasina Yellowman will trigger it in. It's going to go to Dixon. Dixon across the timeline. Dixon top of the key for the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. And it's going to go off the leg of Filfred and back to the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. 5:24 to go, third quarter, 38-25 for the Lady Raiders. We invite you to watch the ball games online at kadqradio.com, live.ksl.com, and watchit.deseretnews.com. And underneath, Cuevas couldn't get to it, and it's going to go right back to the Lady Raiders. 5:13 to go, third quarter. Lady Raiders with the 38-25 lead. And they'll get the basketball back. Badillo checks out. And Maria Maldonado back into the lineup. And the Lady Raiders up the floor. Dixon works right side, outside. Dixon on the bounce pass. They'll work back to Dixon. Dixon gives it up. Goes now to Filfred. Filfred down low, and it's going to be nearly taken away by Maldonado, and it's going to go out of bounds and right back to the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Maria Maldonado will trigger it in. Maldonado goes to Aurora Rodriguez, back to Maldonado. Just wonder if she didn't get called for a palm as she received that pass from Rodriguez. Maldonado back to Rodriguez for 3. On the way, not going to go. Delgadillo with the rebound, and it's going to go down and right back to the Lady Raiders. Lady Raiders will come up the floor. And on the basketball, Dixon up and good. One-hander for the youngster. Dixon now with 13. 40-25, the lead for the Lady Raiders. There's a long-range three-point shot there by Aurora Rodriguez. Rodriguez now with 7. Dixon travels with it, and it's going right back to the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. 40-28 the lead for the Lady Raiders with 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Wendover comes back up the floor with Aurora Rodriguez. Rodriguez works across the timeline, directs traffic a little bit up top. Now it's going to go to Cuevas. Now back to Rodriguez. And over to Maldonado. Maria Maldonado shot's not going to go, and the rebound's going to come down to Dixon. She'll bring it up the floor for the Lady Raiders. Dixon up top now. She'll back it out with 3:30 to play in the third quarter, with the Lady Raiders leading it 40-28. Dixon terminates. Oh, she almost took one too many steps down there before she got the pass away. Shot up, not going to go. The offensive board is not going to work out. That time down for the Lady Raiders, and here come the Lady Wildcats. Rodriguez terminates her dribble. Delgadillo, shot not going to go. And the rebound comes down to the Lady Raiders. Bringing it up the floor is going to be Yvette Whitehorse. Whitehorse to Dixon. Dixon shot not going to go, and the rebound to Maldonado. of the Lady Wildcats of Wendover to Rodriguez. Rodriguez will come up the floor. Rodriguez crosses the timeline. Now to Maldonado. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Now to Cuevas. Now back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez on the dribble down to low to Delgadillo. Shot not going to go, and the rebound comes down to the Lady Raiders. Shot up for Dixon's not going to go. And the Lady Wildcats will bring it down. 2:20 to go. Third quarter. Delgadillo shot not going to go. She had two opportunities after an offensive board. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called now. They'll walk it down the floor. And Maldonado picks up the foul for the Lady Wildcats. And the Lady Raiders go right back to work. Up the floor they come. Lady Raiders with the basketball and 2:06 to go third quarter, and they have the 40-28 lead. Delgadillo with the rebound. Rodriguez will come up across the timeline. I just seen a demonstration of strength. Shot down at the other end is up and good. Maldonado. Now Cuevas picks that shot up. It's either one of the two. 40-30 to lead 10 now for the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse over the Wendover Lady Wildcats. And wholesale substitutions and a timeout's going to be called. So at that timeout, we'll take a timeout and we'll invite you to watch it online at kadqradio.com, live.ksl.com, and watchit.deseretnews.com.
Throughout our lives, there are times we may need skilled rehabilitation and nursing care or home health and hospice care. Rocky Mountain Care has been providing these services since 1990. Our skilled staff and specialized programs will meet your loved one's needs. Our staff is dedicated to a high-quality outcome for each of our patients and residents. When you or someone you love needs these professional services, think of Rocky Mountain Care. Simply the best care. www.rmcare.com.
Back to the action we go. 1:40 to go, third quarter. Lady Wildcats, Delgadillo. There's Rodriguez for three. No, not going to go. And the long rebound's going to come down, and the Wildcats will run it down. Delgadillo shut up, not going to go. And the rebound comes down to the Raiders. They're on the run. Shot up, not going to go for the Raiders down at the other end, put up by Whitehorse. Yvette Whitehorse shoots it, and Whitehorse checks out. Over on the end line, the Lady Raiders will go right back to work. Right side, outside, they work. Nearly taken away by Rodriguez of the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. But Dixon still has possession of the basketball for the Lady Raiders. Dixon outside shot is on the way, in and out, not going to go. Now Dixon, they work right side, outside. There's one up and in, a layup for Thomasina Yellowman. Now the Lady Wildcats come right back to work and miss a shot. That's Maldonado. Delgadillo shot up and in. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And Delgadillo gets the deuce. 42-32. Oh, down at the other end, it's up and good for three. For the Lady Raiders. Now the Lady Wildcats will go to work and can't get it to go at the buzzer. 45-32 the lead for the Lady Raiders. And we'll have fourth quarter action after we take a timeout. This is the Big O Tires of Evanston, Wyoming presentation of the Utah 1A State Basketball Tournament.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Wendover High School Lady Wildcat Boosters.
Our Place Truck Stop, providing quality Shell brand products. Stop in and fill your vehicle. 80 East Wendover Boulevard, Wendover, Utah.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
KADQRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, and sports. But that's not all. KADQRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Utah and Wyoming high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events and activities and much more. Pictures from this tournament will be available for free download within a day or two from now, and we'll have photographs from other Utah and Wyoming state tournaments and championship events as they happen. Check it out today and see what KADQRadio.com has for you.
Maldonado on the inbounds play to Rodriguez. Aurora Rodriguez back over to Maria Maldonado. Back to Aurora Rodriguez. Rodriguez cross court to Jasmine Maldonado. Shot good for a couple. Jasmine Maldonado. 45-34 for the Lady Raiders as the fourth quarter is underway with 7:33 to play. Thompson with the basketball back to Dixon. Dixon on the dribble drive. Dixon throws one up, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called. So Dixon going to the free throw line. Maria Maldonado picks up the personal foul for the Lady Wildcats. Shot up good. Dixon gets it to go down for the Lady Raiders. Christy Dixon with 15. 46-34 for the Lady Raiders. Dixon with another free throw. It's up on the way and good for Christy Dixon. She got two there. 47-34 as the fourth quarter is underway. Here come the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Maldonado up top to Rodriguez. Back over to Maldonado. A leap in one-hander, not going to go. And the rebound's going to come down to the Lady Raiders, and they'll bring it up the floor. Thompson now crosses the timeline. Tanya Thompson, they'll work it down low. Shot up good for Filfred. Filfred now with 21 of the 49 points for the Lady Raiders. Shot up, not going to go, and Lady Raiders turn it over as Maldonado runs it down and brings it back up the floor for the Lady Wildcats. Rodriguez loses it off her leg, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Rodriguez and right back to the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. Now Dixon up across the timeline. Right side outside. Shot not going to go. And the Lady Wildcats with the rebound, and they'll bring it up the floor with Rodriguez. Rodriguez crosses the timeline. Rodriguez, top the key right side now. Right side outside, pulls up for a long range shot. Not going to go. Knocked outside, and the Lady Wildcats will retain possession, and it's going to go out of bounds. Filfred knocks it out of bounds, and it's going to go right back to the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Mitchell back into the lineup for the Lady Raiders. Here's Cuevas, shot not going to go. Delgadillo picks up and draws the foul as she gets the offensive board and tries to put it back. Delgadillo will now go to the free throw line for the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. She has 7 for the Lady Wildcats. 49-34. Shot up. Nope, not going to go. So she misses her first free throw. She's 1 of 3 from the free throw line for the Lady Wildcats. We'll have one more. Shot up on the way, in and out, not going to go, and it's going to go out of bounds and right back to the Lady Raiders. Lady Raiders working right to left with 5:48 to go in the ball game and the 49-34 lead. Christy Dixon brings it up across the timeline for the Lady Raiders. Dixon down low. Filfred loses the basketball, and here comes Maldonado. Maldonado holds up, waits for Rodriguez. Rodriguez right side outside on the dribble drive inside the paint. One-hander, not going to go. And Filfred with the rebound. They call a jump ball. And the arrow in favor of the Whitehorse Lady Raiders. Raiders will go to work and bring it the length of the floor. Christy Dixon. Dixon, top the key right side for the Lady Raiders. Dixon right to left on the dribble. Dixon, the bounce pass outside. Shot up. No, not going to go. And the rebound's going to come down, and the Lady Raiders reload. Filfred shot up. Not going to go. Delgadillo with the rebound. It's going to go to Maria Maldonado, then to Aurora Rodriguez. And Rodriguez will pick it up and head down the floor for the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Rodriguez crosses the timeline. Lady Raiders up 49-34 with 4:44 to play, fourth quarter. Rodriguez to Delgadillo and brought down and goes cross court to Maldonado. Padillo had the basketball. Now it's going to go to Maldonado. Now to Rodriguez. Right back to Maria Maldonado. To Rodriguez. Back cross court. As the Lady Wildcats work to get it inside, Delgadillo loses it out of bounds, and it's going to go right back to the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Wildcats will have the basketball, and a timeout's going to be called. 49-34 the lead for the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. Will take a timeout. We invite you to watch it live online at KADQradio.com, live.ksl.com, watchit.deseretnews.com. It's the 1A Girls State Basketball Tournament from the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield, Utah.
For over 100 years, Union Telephone has been providing phone service to small communities, places the big guys simply ignored. We were helping our neighbors stay connected to the rest of the country. Times have changed and technology has evolved. Union has been there the entire way. Today, we still keep people connected in more ways and places than ever before. Union Wireless, treating you like a neighbor, not a number.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Whitehorse High School Lady Raider boosters.
Montezuma Well Service. For all vacuum, winch trucks, and roustabout services, call the team at Montezuma Well Services.
The Whitehorse High School staff, helping our students strive for excellence in all they do. Whitehorse High School.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
4:19 to go in the ball game, and here come the Lady Raiders up the floor with Christy Dixon. Dixon works the dribble, works the bounce pass, has it taken away. Maria Maldonado to Badillo, shot up, not gonna go. The rebound comes down to Cuevas. Cuevas shot not gonna go, and a whistle and a foul is gonna be called. And Jessica Cuevas going to the free throw line. Foul is on Filfred. Her third shot up and good for Jessica Cuevas. She's got 8. 2 for 3 at the free throw line. Now she's 2 for 4 at the free throw line as she misses the second one. Here come the Lady Raiders down the floor. Filfred with the shot. Filfred with 24 of the 51 points now for the Lady Raiders. There's a shot from the outside, in and out. And Cuevas with the rebound and the offensive board, and she can't get the shot to go down. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called to Aurora Rodriguez. And Dixon will trigger it back in for the Lady Raiders of Whitehorse. 3:32 to go The Raiders lead the Wildcats 51-35. Dixon on the baseline. It's going to go into Filfred. Shot up off the glass, good. 26 now. No, 25 points for Filfred. Here's Rodriguez to Badillo. Cross court now to Maldonado. Maldonado shot not going to go on the rebound to Filfred. Now down the floor to Dixon. Dixon squares up, shoots it, not going to go, and the rebound's going to come down to Maldonado. Maria Maldonado with the rebound. Now the Lady Wildcats will bring it up the floor with Badillo. It's 2:53 to go, 53-35 for the Lady Raiders. Oh, and the pass goes up over the head of Delgadillo. And the Lady Raiders go right back to work, right to left. Christy Dixon on the inbounds play. Raiders bring it up the floor with 2:45 to go in the 53-35 lead. Lady Raiders with the basketball. Dixon. Dixon down low. Shot up. Not going to go out there for Mitchell. They'll rearm, put it up, and count the basket for Filford. There's two more. She's got 2, 4, 6, 8 in the quarter. And 27 points for the Lady Raiders, and she has an opportunity to complete the three-point play. Filfred at the free throw line. Shot up on the way and good. Filfred gets the free throw and completes the three-point play. 56-35 now the lead for the Lady Raiders. Davis to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets the long rebound to Delgadillo. Down low to Maldonado. It's going to be knocked around. Maldonado runs down the loose ball for the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Shot up for Maldonado. Rims out. No good. Battle for the basketball. Picked up there by Filfred. Down to Dixon. Dixon going to the hoops. Steps up and in for Christy Dixon. She's got 19, 58-35 for the Lady Raiders. Lady Raiders with the big lead, and here's Cuevas to Badillo. Badillo, left side, outside. Now to Maldonado. Maldonado works to left side, back to Badillo. Shot up, not gonna go. It didn't even hit net. And the ball's going out of bounds, and it's going right back to the Lady Raiders. So the Wildcats will sub, get some of the younger players some experience. Here come the younger gals for Whitehorse. So wholesale substitutions in the last minute, 32 seconds ought to be interesting. Have to lose some new names. 10 new girls out on the floor, and here we go, folks. This is what's fun for a sportscaster, I guess you could say. Up the floor comes Thompson. Thompson across the timeline for the Lady Raiders. Thompson swings it outside. Bounce pass goes down low, and the Lady Raiders work to hold on to the basketball. Thompson right back out front, right side outs to the mid-court area, right to left on the dribble. There's a shot put up, not going to go. It's going to go out of bounds, and who are they going to give it to? Right back to the Lady Raiders. And triggering it in is Yazzie for the Lady Raiders. She stands on the end line. Goes inside, shot up, not going to go there for Benelli. And the rebound comes down to the Lady Wildcats. So Maldonado will come up the floor. Marie Maldonado handles it with 55 seconds to go. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Maldonado chases it and over to put the ball into play for Wendover. Maldonado will bring it up, and they'll work it around the horn, see what they can do. It's going to go outside now for the Lady Wildcats. Shot up, not going to go, and the battle continues. Shot up, not going to go. There's a foul with 35 seconds to go. Delgadillo going to the free throw line as she works to get the rebound and draws the foul for the Lady Wildcats. Lydia Delgadillo with 7 points. 0 for 3 here in the fourth quarter at the free throw line. She's 1 of 5. Delgadillo puts up another one. It's up on the way. No good for Delgadillo. She's 0 for 4 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter. 58-35, the lead for the Lady Raiders. Raiders leading it with 31 seconds to go. Coming up, a lot more basketball. Rich County's coming up for you next. And then St. Joseph and Bryce Valley following that one. Down the floor come the Lady Raiders with just about 24 seconds to go. Shot not going to go. And it's going to go out of bounds. And the Lady Raiders will get it back, fortunately enough. Lady Raiders trigger it in. Going to go inside to Thompson. Shot not going to go. Delgadillo with the rebound. And it's going to go right back to the Lady Raiders. Benally right back to Thompson. Thompson right side outside. Now it's going to be taken away. Maldonado down the floor to Maldonado. Shot up. Nope. This one's a final. The Lady Wildcats of Whitehorse 58. The Lady Raiders 58. And they pulled the score already. 35. 58-35 for the Lady Raiders. We'll take a quick timeout and come back. This is coverage of the 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Tournament right here on KADQradio.com, live.ksl.com, and watchit.deseretnews.com.
At Wyoming Dental Specialties, we specialize in orthodontics, endodontics, and oral surgery. Our endodontist is simply a tooth doctor. He performs procedures like root canals. Our orthodontist will straighten your teeth using products like braces and Invisalign. Our oral surgeons deliver specialized treatment such as dental implants and tooth extractions. So save your time and money, stay local, and come to Wyoming Dental Specialties.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Whitehorse High School Lady Raider boosters.
Montezuma Well Service. For all vacuum, winch trucks, and roustabout services, call the team at Montezuma Well Services.
The Whitehorse High School staff, helping our students strive for excellence in all they do. Whitehorse High School.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Wendover High School Lady Wildcat boosters.
Our Place Truck Stop, providing quality Shell brand products. Stop in and fill your vehicle. 80 East Wendover Boulevard, Wendover, Utah.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
The final score, the Whitehorse Lady Raiders 58 and the Wendover Lady Wildcats 35. So the Whitehorse Lady Raiders stick around to play another day. The Wendover Lady Wildcats will take that bus trip home and wrap up their basketball season. 58-35 the final for the Whitehorse Lady Raiders over the Wendover Lady Wildcats. This has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used to rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated.
You've been watching a Big O Tires of Emerson, Wyoming presentation of the UHSAA 1A Girls Basketball State Championship Tournament at the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield, Utah, and online at KADQradio.com, at live.ksl.com, and at watchit.deseretnews.com. Today's games were also brought to you by Cook Brothers Broadcasting and Deseret Digital Media. Thank you, and we hope you've enjoyed this presentation of Utah High School Girls Basketball.